I am done with the injury excuse in 2024, bro.
We can't just bail guys out and use it as an excuse every time a guy's playing bad because he's injured. Because at the end of the day, they're choosing to get on the court.
Should we penalize players for playing hurt? We saw this game that Dame and Giannis were gearing up, trying to make a return tonight as it was going into game 6, and they were trailing 3-2. Dame eventually ended up playing, but it seems like the efforts were futile. We had Luka Doncic being injured. He even came out and said if this was the regular season, he would be sitting down because his knee is just not great right now. He has a sprained right knee. Are we penalizing players for their performances even when they're injured?
I think when it comes to the injury discussion, when players get injured, I personally just simmer my expectations for that player going into whatever game it is. Like if you typically average 30, 33, and you're injured and playing hurt out there, and you don't do that, maybe you're a little bit more inefficient. I understand the context as to why that is. But I do still think just playing the injury card to remove all accountability is not the right thing as well. Like we were having the discussion with Joel Embiid. I get it, you're hurt, but you are still good enough to let's just say, hold you accountable to 20 points a game and 8 rebounds. And you go out there and score 5 points on 1 of 9 shooting. Like, I'm not about to sit here and... I mean, he was injured. What'd you want him to do? No, he could have played better, even given the context of him being hurt.
How do you... And mind you, you could say that you've probably seen it before, but let's say Joel has his meniscus thing going on.
Mm.
All right, we've seen him play a meniscus game before. He had 20 and 15. Still. A little less efficient or whatever the case may be. Tonight, he goes out there, he has 10 and 8. How can you be the one to determine that 10 and 8 wasn't all he had?
I mean, I will say it is an arbitrary thing. And I think it does just, I don't know, it is just a guessing game on that front. So that's my answer to that question.
I think Souls is onto something when it comes to the expectation thing, but I think he made a sharp left where I would have kept going straight. Because I'm not gonna lie, if he has that stinker, Omar, I'm gonna say your ass shouldn't have been playing. I ain't gonna lie. That's my answer. It's not a matter of okay, I can take into account a player being hurt, but even during these playoffs, and we were talking about this live on Playback for free 99. We just seen the Pacers pack up the Bucks, but literally we were talking about how Dame. A potential Dame pack or whatever, and it's like, yo, didn't he have like 35 and 40? The game he got hurt or some shit like that, and then Joel Embiid has 50 or some crazy shit, all on injuries. And then the other day, if they stink it up, it's they were hurt, bro. So for me, I'm saying I'm not going 100%. Yo, you play, you get slander if you ask. I'll always take into account, he was injured, but what I will say is if you play and you stink it up, I'm not going to do he was injured shit. I'm going to be like, yo, why were you on the court? At this point, you're self-destructive to your team. And if you're self-destructive to your team, I understand that you got to be a little arrogant to even make the damn league, but dog, that's selfish. 5,000 if you're going out there and because of your injury, you're stinking it up. Now, final thing, would I be able to determine why he's stinking up? Is it because of the injury? Is it because it's not an injury? We'll never fucking know. But at the end of the day, it's results oriented, and I'm gonna have to be like, bro, what are you doing if you stinking it up with it?
Guys, the NBA playoffs are
heating up,
and I am excited to bring to you Prize Picks, the best way to play daily fantasy sports. All you're going to do is download the app, go to the website, and then you're going to select your players and make some picks. I'm going to go Evan Mobley, more on points, easy one. And I'm going to go Devin Booker, less on his PRA. I'm going to put some money in, $1 million. I'm going to go ahead and hit place entry.
And if you use code LKIB, Prize Picks will match up to 100% on your first deposit up to $100.
Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this episode. Yeah, I know Damo had an interesting take earlier when we talked about this a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it's definitely it's performance based. If we're going to sit there and say that if a guy is injury prone, he's out there playing injured all the time. If you're out there hooping, I don't care that you're injured. I don't care. Like, if you're out there, you're Embiid putting up 50, all right, bet. When you're playing bad, I'm going to criticize you as if you're healthy. If you're putting up good games while you're injured, your injury does not matter. But if you're injured and you're going out there stinking up the court, you're going out there playing bad, I have the context of you're injured. That is going to be applied while you're stinking it up consecutively. I'm with Sage. I will say it's super selfish, and I'm going to say you shouldn't be out there. I was the person months ago saying Embiid should not be playing. I'm not going to be playing. When Giannis went down, I said, no matter what happens, that man Giannis should not get on the court. I don't think he should play this in play because it seems serious. So don't play. But for when Embiid came back, I'm like, all right, I don't like it, but don't go out there putting up stinkers. Don't go out there and play great, and then put up a stinker and think you about to just get bailed out. I'm getting sick of guys doing it. I'm with Souls. We can't just bail guys out and use it as an excuse every time a guy's playing bad because he's injured. Because at the end of the day, they're choosing to get on the court. If you can't play, you see Kawhi. You're just not going to play. Like that. With Kawhi Leonard, a lot of people talking about, they're questioning it. They're questioning him, this, that, and that. I'll never do it. You want to know why? Because when Kawhi says he's hurt, that nigga's not playing. 9 times out of 10, Kawhi is not playing when he's saying he's hurt. He's not. He might try a game or two. Like last year, he tried a game or two. He stopped after 2. Like, no, I'm not. I can't do it. And if you can't do it, if you can't go, don't play. That 90s mentality of, if it's not falling off, I'm going to keep going. That shit is out of pocket. It's stupid. It's pointless.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. As the person that dunks on the Clippers all the time, and rightfully so in terms of being a Kawhi hater, only because he's on the Clippers, I say this to say, man, and if this adds more merit to the take, go for it. Yeah, that's the one thing about Kawhi I always respect the hell out of, man. When that boy say he hurt, not playing. Yo, yeah. the doctor said you're good. How you gonna tell me, gang? Yo, TP, ain't you had an injury? Yup. I don't know why Kawhi ain't playing. Kawhi, that's tough for you. I'm not playing, bro. Like you can't tell him what's wrong with his body. Ultimately,
he did say though that the other day via Ty Lue that he is devastated that he isn't playing. I think what's interesting about this playoffs in particular, it feels as if damn near every series in the first round had a major injury that I'm not going to say could have totally shifted the outcome, but definitely impacted the outcome. One of them most notably being the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, which is one that just wrapped up. I think Miami only won, one game in that series?
Game 2.
I mean, I don't want to say it's because of Jimmy, but Jimmy didn't play that whole series. What's next for the Miami Heat? Because Jimmy is looking for a max contract.
Well, before we move forward, my hot take of the day does have something to do with the injury conversation. So, Omar, play the music, please.
Oh, shit.
I am done with the injury excuse in 2024, bro. I'm done with it. From this perspective, I understand that teams are hobbled. It is unfortunate that teams are going out there unhealthy. But I am just sick and tired. And this is not just specific to the Celtics series, but it is conversations that we've had about the 2021 playoffs, the whole Houston Rockets Warriors shit, the Kawhi getting injured in 2017 shit, bro. You face who is in front of you and you beat them. We cannot have this situation where when the team wins, it's just a big asterisk and nothing counts in NBA history. There's injuries that happen every single fucking playoff run, every single year. It is a part of the sport, unfortunately. So to just take away everyone who wins, to just take away from everyone who wins anything just because injuries are involved in the sport, we got to stop that shit, dog. We got to stop that shit.